look, when you look on the table now, right? It has a lot of coconut, and I'll tell you why I'm at Emancipation Beach in Keta in the Volta region, right? And since we came, we've had really great food, and this very lovely lady came by this evening and came with chilled coconut. I don't know if they kept it in the refrigerator or something. There are about 7 of these. I'm responsible for about 5. Like, I drank everything, and like very, very juicy stuff, right? And I'm told she has a fascinating story too. I'm not too sure what that is, but let's get to talk to her and listen into her story. So, what's your name? First, my name is Caleb.
Elinam.
Elinam, okay.
I follow you on social media.
That thing. That's social media thing, eh? Serious. So what? Is there a part of you that anyone who comes to the Volta, you bring them coconut, or are you a coconut seller? What's your problem? Like, what is wrong with you?
Well, since I moved here, everyone coming here, I feel should have like a memorable stay. Like, yes. And so, let's say this is my signature. So, anyone coming here that I know of or about, usually, I serve them coconut.
So, where do you get it from? Because each of them, sometimes you buy coconut and like one is nice and you're like, okay, encore. Then the next one is terrible. Mm-hmm. You're like, I've wasted my tongue, right? Mm-hmm. But in this case, and for everyone else, they like really enjoyed it. Very juicy, very sweet. A lot of juice, soft, you know what I mean? Like,
so I have a particular vendor I get it, one woman that I get it from. And I usually tell her how I want it. Yes.
So like, it's okay, let me not go further. But I guess this is a very pleasant way to welcome anyone here. So,
thank you.
Who are you? What do you do?
Elinam Sallah. Team lead for Butterfly Ghana Foundation, and currently we have Anglo Special School as part of our flagship programs. And as the name suggests, Anglo Special School is
Anglo Special.
Yes.
I had Butterfly somewhere.
Yes.
I missed the Anglo Special School. Usually when I hear team lead, it's like some pechepe people. They have funds from Aboagye and they are doing some projects that they are project that's the team lead people, some research for some grants and some donors and things.
No, we are not there yet.
So this is Anglo Special School.
Yes, Anglo Special.
Anglo Special School.
Yes.
Where is it located?
We are behind the Keta Business College.
Keta Business College. I think when we were coming, we drove past.
Yes.
Is it close to a cemetery?
Yes.
Because the Keta no. Charlie from Anglo, it's like every junction there's a cemetery in between some buildings. Like, what is going on, man?
Well, my people, I believe, feel that the dead are still a part of that. So you even realize that even in front or even within the house, some people bury. In fact,
for some reason, I didn't think it was weird. I had seen so many cemeteries close to houses, even a supermarket, like a 3-story building. I felt okay. If you love someone and the person dies, you don't keep them in some bush somewhere.
That's what.
Plus, my grandfather too was buried in his house, so like it comes home. But back to the Anglo Special School. What are you doing? What's special about the special school?
Okay, so as the name suggests, it's a center for children with intellectual disabilities. So we have children with autism, Down syndrome, and then cerebral palsy at the moment. Yes, at the facility.
How many are there?
We have 8 children at the moment.
8.
It's a day center. Yes, so they come in the morning by 8 and then we close at 2.
And then they go home.
Yes, Monday to Friday.
How many are you? You say you're a team lead. It means you're leading team. So how many are you?
Yes. At the moment we are 4.
So what's your training? What's your background? And what makes you competent to lead this team?
Okay, so I actually did human resource management.
Where?
What was the name of that?
Referee.
Hey!
Share. We are coming to revoke your certificate.
But sure.
Zenith University
yes,
College
Zenith.
behind.
But I'm currently in UCC.
What are you pursuing there?
Early childhood development.
Yeah, because
yes.
when I thought you would have done something within that.
No, I didn't. But I'm now.
You're now going there. Yeah. But human resource also means that. No, don't worry. We're not phone basa. Sorry. I mean, everybody's human, right? So you have 8 children.
Yes.
Which of them? Which of the cases do you have most? Is it dyslexia, Down syndrome?
No, we have autism.
Autism. No, you're doing. Charlie, what's up? I'm a lady. I love running my for me. Okay, so Down syndrome.
Yes.
Do you say Down syndrome?
Yes.
How many of them?
We have 4 on the autism spectrum, and then 2 on 2 with cerebral palsy.
I'm reading a book titled The Ever People.
Yes, I saw.
I did a video on that, and I see that there's so many traditions that we practice. I mean, way back and even now. I've not gotten to the part where it talks about children with such issues, but generally from the people you deal with, how have their societies helped them or otherwise for which you are a critical intervention?
Okay, so I had been with like a center in Accra between 2012 and then 2017 before moving there. And I must say that the people here are more receptive towards these children than in Accra. Yes. Like they are more accommodating. They see their children as part of them. Right. So I think.
So they don't feel them as sacrifice to the throne.
No.
And to the.
No.
Okay.
If it happens, I haven't heard.
Okay.
But from what I see around,
people are more supportive of
children. They are more.
I know there is a conscious effort these days to say persons living with disability, persons living with disability, PWDs.
Yes.
But you said intellectual disability.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes. The persons living with PWDs is like a general term.
Right.
But this one is specifically about.
So do you charge them? Do they pay fees? Do their parents pay fees?
No, I don't charge.
Team lead. So where do you get funding from? You see, I suspect these team lead people. They want to take plenty money. They don't go and do it. Team lead. What is the castle?
So the parents here, most of them cannot afford to pay when you ask them to, because there's even a child with a parent who is also an adult with special needs. So how do you go to such a person to? So before I started this project, I thought about that, and so I started a seafood business. So I source shrimp, oysters, squid, other crab like the big ones, and other seafood. Gala, Achipopla, Achua, big ones. Yes, so I source and then package and then send to Accra. So that is what I started with before starting the project. And so that's.
So what, you make profit from selling seafood?
Yes.
And you channel all that into
into the project.
Are they your children?
No, they are not.
So what's the inspiration behind it?
Okay, so I actually moved here in 2017
from where?
From Accra.
After losing
my mom.
Sorry.
I had lived all my life in Accra. I used to come here for holidays and vacations, because one of my friends from childhood was here, is here. She works here, so I come and visit her.
I was hoping it's a boy, but it's okay.
No, it's a lady.
It means there's good news for someone.
And I always loved it when I came here. I always loved it. So yes, losing my mom in 2017 hit me really hard, because I'm we're just 2. I'm the youngest, so we're really close. It hit me really hard. Yes, it really hit me hard. and I felt I needed a place to put myself together. So basically, that is what I came here to do. And then I came here, I go to church, I see the children, some of them, I see them around and all that. And so I went to the local assembly to ask about them. And I was told some are in school, but then they had to travel all the way to Hokwe.
Oh, that's far.
Yes. And even with that, that is a government facility. And the parents' obligation is to provide transportation there. And I think a few basics, but then even that, most of the parents cannot afford. So sometimes you realize that the children go this term, the next term they don't go. So that's what it is.
It must come at great sacrifice to you.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that easy. Because the seafood.
Been easy.
Exactly, because the seafood crami, I don't remember the last time I bought seafood. So there must be a special group of people who do this. So, how difficult has it been for you?
Very, very difficult. But then, after starting, a few friends coming as and when, not all the time, but then yes, from time to time you get a few friends coming on board. So I went to the local assembly to ask about them, and I was told some are in school, but then they had to travel all the way to Hokwe.
Oh, that's far.
Yes. And even with that, that is a government facility. And the parents' obligation is to provide transportation there. And I think a few basics, but then even that, most of the parents cannot afford. So sometimes you realize that the children go this term, the next term they don't go. So that's what it is.
It must come at great sacrifice to you.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that easy. Because the seafood.
Been easy.
Exactly, because the seafood crami, I don't remember the last time I bought seafood. So there must be a special group of people who do this. So, how difficult has it been for you?
Very, very difficult. But then, after starting, a few friends coming as and when, not all the time, but then yes, from time to time you get a few friends coming on board, bringing us something. Yes, and that's what has kept us going. Unfortunately, this year has been difficult because
the Russia-Ukraine war. It's affected all of us, man.
So I haven't been getting even the supplies.
Oh,
it's
man.
been terrible.
You see, it's true. Supplies. I'm not joking.
It's been terrible.
Oh. What kind of supplies?
I mean the seafood.
Oh. It means that business has gone down,
yes,
and then so this charity also is.
Yes.
Wow. So, what can we do for you? What can anyone do to help you?
Well, would appreciate it because I provide lunch.
Hot meal.
Snacks, yes.
I'm sure it's proper lunch. From the coconut you gave me, it's different from this.
It's proper because I eat as well. That is what we all eat for lunch. Whatever we cook is what we eat. So yes, very nutritious meals.
So what can we help with? Top 3 priorities.
Top 3. Thankfully, earlier this year, Udimaya visited us.
Oh, that guy, incredible guy.
Yes.
Incredible.
So our topmost need was actually accommodation because we're working from my rented place.
So it is your project that he was raising funds to build the classrooms for. Oh, impressive! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guy, God bless you. That's a great project. I saw that he was doing some fundraising, but I didn't really read to find out what it was. I follow him, by the way, and I'm impressed.
He's a great guy. So yes, it was our story. And so I must say, yes, that we are working on. Yes, we are working on. But
so accommodation, what's going to happen? They will accommodate the teachers and the students, or it's a classroom?
Yes. Okay. It's going to be like a school complex.
Okay.
Yes. So that's just what. So that's, I must say, is being taken care of.
It's underway.
Yes. But
Now
then
administration.
Yes,
Day to day.
Yes, day to day.
Hand to mouth.
Yes.
So cash.
Yes, cash. And aside that, too, one of the children expressed interest in learning like leather works. So we bought a few things. But then we need an industrial machine and then some other tools. Around I think 3,500.
3,500.
Yes. And then some other materials like here to facilitate.
I was thinking about saying to Ibrahim Muhammad that I think that this will be a good experiment. You've heard about the red clay?
Yes. Ibrahim, yes, he was with the center. I was also working at.
No, like I think that he can bring in a lot. Like because when I went there, yeah, I saw like 16-year-old guys. He was like inspiring, like they're part of his project, and they were holding cameras that. Look, when I started this, like, I'm like, yo, ears are, bro.
I'm planning to do that trip too.
Yeah, you should take the kids to Tamale, or Ibrahim should come see them because, Lord, that. So how can I get to see the kids?
We are there from Monday to Friday, so yes. If you can come back on a weekday, yes.
I should come back.
Yes.
I should come back.
Yes, you should.
So personally, how's life for you? Because things are not easy. So
not at all.
You that you've got to put this on yourself.
On my head.
Do you ask yourself sometimes why crying on Sumami Abrabo?
Yes, I do a lot. I do that a lot because there have been a lot of times I had wanted to just stop, go back to Accra, live my life. Like yes, it's.
So in Keta, do you live in a family house?
No, a rented facility. So it's happened a lot, but then you wake up and then sometimes the parents like call, and even the children. I mean, recently I'm currently in school, right? So recently I had exams. I left at dawn. On my way around 6 a.m., I get a call from the parents of one of the children. I pick up and then it is the child.
Right.
Like, hello, madam, afwan. And like, so after talking to her, then the mom was like, yeah, she woke up and she was like, she had to speak to you. She wanted to find out how you're doing.
I can see your eyes.
Yeah. So some of those things are what like keeps me going. To know that yes, I'm making an impact in their lives.
This is incredible, Charlie. You're doing well. No, I'm impressed. This is good.
Yeah. So some of those things are what keeps me going. Yeah. Well, I think we all heal in different ways. And my mom used to encourage us to be kind to people. Like she used to say that a lot. And probably I think at the point of her passing, I felt I hadn't done much for her and all that. So I think in doing what I'm doing is
you're thanking her?
Yes, thanking her.
What did you want to say to her that you never said? What do you want to do you never did?
A lot.
Yes. What kind of person was she? I see you love her.
Yes, I do. I'm talking, I mean it's been 5 years, but talking about her, I don't know if they're ready for the tears and all that. Yes, it's been 5 years, I'm supposed to heal and all that.
I mean the wind is strong, so I would say it's the wind entering your eyes. Tell me just a little bit. I'm interested.
Okay. So like I said, yes.
The tears are coming already.
You want us to do this?
I mean, if you don't want to, I'm cool.
I don't want to. I don't want to make the story emotional, overly emotional. No, that's how I feel. But
that's okay. That's okay. I mean, thank you. Sweet. So who's your support system? Where do you get your strength from? It's an important question I've not asked.
I have a few friends that I talk to at my lowest moments, and then a few family. Yeah. But I think I am naturally somebody that's. I think I'm strong. Yes, I'm strong. And so what breaks a lot of people, what may break a lot of people up doesn't get to me. Yes, I'll be down for a while, but I would still get to write whatever it is.
By the way, you're a TPV though. It's been a while I saw one. Did you do this yourself?
Yes.
I know you didn't plan for this. Like, what would have happened? Yeah, let me tell you something funny. One time, I was doing this feature for TV, and I had booked all my guests, and there was only one lady who was part of the people I was interviewing, and I so wanted to have a lady as part of the story, and the lady, I got there, and she was like, I didn't know you were coming to film. Go and come back, I'm going to do my hair and I'll be back. I was so furious because I had very little time. But I really wanted to have a female voice, so I was like, so I know how important the hair is for the women. This is how you rock it, right? This is how you go places. This is how you...
No, I didn't like really plan stuff.
But what's the point? What's wrong with this one? I don't get it.
There's nothing wrong. Maybe if it's done properly, but
what's wrong with this one?
Me doing it.
So who did this one? You did it yourself?
Myself, yes. I want the hair to stretch. Yes.
This is a natural hair one?
Yes, natural hair.
So what oils do you use, for example?
Shea butter oil. And then I have some other creams like...
How many years have you had this? I'm told combing is hard.
Yes, I did. And then I had some breakages and also I had to trim and all that. So yes.
I'm told that combing is very painful.
Yes, it is.
So how do you do it?
It's painful, but then if that's what you want, because for me, this is what I want now.
So I'm going to do sister locks or something. This has become your brand though.
I don't.
Left to me alone. This no, this is iconic, man. You can do the Akosombo down style there.
Hey, Caleb.
Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you too.
I really appreciate it. I wish you all the strength.
Thank you.
Have fun. You'll be great.
Thank you.
You'll do well.
Thank you.
I mean, like, I don't know what to say. I'd like to hear you tell me what you think. Thanks for watching.